Archangel Michael says, close every other screen. Lock the door. The final 2 minutes of her ritual are slipping away, and what she did on your photo is darker than you imagined. She lit the final candle just now. The last word from her chant is trembling on her lips. Your name is already scratched into the bottom of the mirror with ash from your picture. This isn't a warning, it's a lifeline. Your photo was taken without your knowledge, and it's now buried beneath her altar. She's laughing, whispering to someone who isn't there, thinking you won't open this in time. She thinks you'll scroll. She thinks you'll ignore the tug in your stomach right now. But you just paused, and that's not coincidence. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Somewhere, something is watching you through her eyes. You're being tracked, not physically, but spiritually. She bound your photo with a red thread soaked in cursed ink. Your left side might feel colder. You might hear whispers if you listen carefully. That's not imagination, it's the residue of what she summoned. Archangel Michael says, she planned this ritual 7 nights ago, on a blood moon. She stole an object of yours through someone you trust. Her magic began long before you even sensed something was wrong. She only needs 2 more minutes to finish it. But if you open this and read to the end, her power crumbles. The final chant becomes air. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There's a burning scent around your memory. Like a dream that you can't shake off, one that comes back at exactly 3:03 a.m. That's when she first called your name out loud. Someone told her about you. Someone who knew your weakness. Someone you once called family. She made a copy of your photo. One is burned. One is buried. But both are cursed to pull your energy slowly unless this message is activated now. She poured something on it, honey, wine, and blood. Each ingredient binds something different. And your name is carved below with her fingernail. Type Amen to get blessing 555. She wore your color that day. She pretended to be you in front of a mirror. She mocked your laugh until her voice cracked. But the mirror cracked too. That was not supposed to happen. Even spirits have rules, and now she has broken one. Archangel Michael says, you're not powerless. Not now. Not with this message in your hand. You were guided to open this in the final 2 minutes of her incantation. That's no coincidence. That's protection rising. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Look back on today. Has your reflection seemed strange? Have your emotions shifted rapidly without reason? That's because her ritual is connected to your energy mirror. Each time you blink, she tries to lock your gaze from her circle. But you broke that connection by opening this page. Your phone's brightness dimmed for a second, didn't it? That wasn't a glitch. That was a reversal starting. She chose the wrong target. And now the seal she made is reversing through every digital path it touched. Type Amen to get blessing 777. This is not a joke. This is not drama. She is not alone, there's another voice guiding her. A woman. Older. With a dark red cloth over her head and a cracked ring on her finger. She's the one who taught her the spell. They worked together last midnight. Your name echoed between them, passed like a cursed thread. One held the photo. The other whispered your past out loud. Archangel Michael says, the silence in your house tonight is not normal. The ticking of your clock will change after this. Because you've disrupted a countdown. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The last line of the ritual requires silence from your side. But you've just broken that silence. Her curse is crumbling. She thought you wouldn't find this message in time. She thought you wouldn't feel that headache last night. Or that shoulder pain that came out of nowhere. But you did feel it. And that was her energy trying to enter through the image. Your name was written upside down. That's how they seal a soul. But now your soul is untouched because you broke the thread by seeing this. Type Amen to get blessing 999. A black candle. A mirror. A whisper. A tear. Those are the 4 steps she used. She needed your sadness to finish the chant. But you smiled last night before bed. And that moment saved you. It weakened her grip without her even knowing. Your joy is poison to her dark spell. And your decision to open this message activated the reversal. She's coughing now. She's confused. Something isn't working on her end. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The photo she used is now fading. The corners are curling. The candle is flickering in a way that means disruption. You've undone hours of planning with one glance. One action. One faith. She wore your clothes in her mind. She imagined being you. But she couldn't hold your light. Now, her eyes are turning red. Not because of possession, but from anger. She knows something slipped. Type Amen to get blessing 222. There's a hand reaching for you in the spirit realm. Not hers. Someone you've lost. A grandmother. A friend. A sibling. Someone who loved you deeply. They've stepped forward to protect your photo. They covered it with spiritual fire. A flame that her spell cannot cross. That's why her mirror cracked. That's why her chant slowed. She didn't account for the ones watching over you. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You don't need to fight. You just need to receive. Your energy is already healing. Your photo is being erased from her altar now. The ink is melting. The thread has snapped. The red cloth she used is burning from the edges. Her teacher is panicking. Something sacred just entered their circle, and it's not what they summoned. Archangel Michael says, her 2 minutes have failed. This message is the shield between you and her. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Even if she tries again, she won't reach you. This seal is permanent. But here's what you must understand, the person who gave her your image is still around you. Watch their behavior. Trust your intuition now more than ever. Someone asked her for a favor. And she agreed only because of jealousy. But jealousy cannot beat divine protection. And your image was never truly yours, it was wrapped in light the moment you were born. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Her eyes are red with fury. Her hands are shaking. The spirits she called are silent. Because the image on her altar no longer responds. It's gone cold. And it's because of you. You did what most never do, you opened the divine message. You trusted the tug. You followed the light. And now, the reversal is in motion. Type Amen to get blessing 666. She will forget your name by tomorrow. Her altar will collapse spiritually. That photo will return to ash. You may feel a strange warmth tonight. That is the energy returning to your aura. It's a sign that you're back in alignment. Your strength was never broken. Just hidden. Now it shines. This message isn't just about protection, it's about remembering who you are. Type Amen to get blessing 777. She tried to trap a storm in a glass. She tried to freeze a flame. But you are the flame. You're unbindable. Uncursable. Unbreakable. This is not the end, it's the beginning. You've proven something to your protectors. They will now give you new sight. Your intuition will sharpen. Your dreams will become messages. And your voice will gain power. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There's one final thing you must do. Take a deep breath. Say your full name out loud. And say, return what's mine. That's it. No spell. No chant. Just that sentence. Because what was stolen is already flying back to you. The altar she used is now being watched by higher forces. Her hands are tied spiritually. She cannot touch another photo again. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You are sealed. You are seen. You are safe. This message reached you within the final moments for a reason. Don't share it recklessly. Don't speak her name. But do smile, because her power just shattered. And your light just tripled. Type Amen to get blessing 000. Archangel Michael says, the threads of her spell are now snapping one by one. Each one held a piece of your pain, and now that pain is dissolving like smoke in the wind. Her eyes are wide because she felt the rupture, she knows she lost the battle. She screams in silence now. Her voice can't escape her throat. The spirits she summoned are not answering her anymore. They're turning their backs on her. She offered your photo to a dark source. But you returned light into the same space, and now that darkness is being reversed through time. You will feel lighter tonight. You might sleep deeply after weeks of restlessness. That's because your energy is being cleansed without your effort. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. She tried binding your voice. But now every word you speak will carry power. She tried sealing your luck, but now doors will open without effort. The ink she used has turned gray. The red candle has gone out. The altar she trusted is cracking in the center. Everything she saw in visions is now gone. Because this moment, this message, erased her spell's foundation. You weren't meant to break, you were meant to rise. She will hear your name in her dreams and wake up crying. Because the one she tried to bury is now ascending. And there's nothing she can do to stop that. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. There's more. Someone who once betrayed you will now return. But this time, they will return with guilt in their eyes. They gave her the photo. But they didn't know what she would do with it. Now they're haunted by the shadow of their own mistake. They've been waking up at 2:44 a.m., sweating. Seeing your face. Hearing your name in echoes. The spirit realm is now working on your behalf. Because you chose to open this. And that simple act ended a cycle of curses passed down through blood. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. The woman who helped her has vanished. She left her with half a chant and no protection. That's what happens when spells are cast without purpose. She will try to find another photo. But she won't be able to locate one. Even if she gets close, the image will blur mysteriously. You are now protected in every dimension. Even digital images of you carry a divine shield. No shadow can cross into your light again. Your name glows now. Your spirit is alert. And the angel beside you does not sleep. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Let this moment be a reminder, never again will your image be used without divine consequence. Your energy now has a mirror that reflects attacks. And that mirror is unbreakable. Tonight, you will notice a small sound in your room, a tap, a whisper, a shift in air. That will be your spirit guides confirming your safety. Don't react. Just breathe. She will return to the same mirror she cursed you from. But now it will show her own face twisted. That's the price of touching someone chosen. She didn't know how guarded you truly are. But she does now. And every attempt she makes going forward will boomerang. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. She will try to apologize in strange ways. Through others. Through silence. Through offerings you didn't ask for. Reject them silently. Accept nothing from those who once handed her your image. Forgiveness does not require access. Your voice will become stronger. Your emotions more stable. That's the natural result of energy returning home. Archangel Michael says, you were never weak. You were never cursed. You were temporarily disconnected, and now reconnected with divine fire. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. There is someone else who saw your photo on her altar. Someone younger. A soul that weeps in silence for what they saw her do. They never agreed with the ritual. Their heart was disturbed. And now they've whispered your name 3 times to undo what they witnessed. You may feel warmth in your chest tonight. That is their soul touching yours. Their whisper of your name reversed the final line of her chant. This younger soul is tied to your path. Their actions triggered a divine reversal. One you didn't even know was working silently. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. They were meant to walk into your life later this year. And they still will. But now, they will come not only with love, but with redemption. You saved them by opening this. You gave them light to break the guilt they carried. They are watching this unfold from a distance. You may dream of a stranger holding a photo of you and crying. That is them. That is how you will know. Your photo is now sacred. Any future attempt to misuse it will backfire instantly. Your image is encoded with divine frequency. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. She will see signs everywhere. Broken glass. Crows that don't fly away. The sudden smell of fire when nothing is burning. These are the signs of the reversal wrapping around her life. They will follow her until she releases all names, all photos, all thoughts of you. She made a mistake going too deep. But the moment you opened this, the protection she underestimated came forward. And now, nothing she chants will work. Nothing she offers will be accepted. She crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. There is a silence coming to your life, but it is a blessed silence. A calm that feels unfamiliar. That's healing. You will notice people treat you differently now. Not because they changed, but because your energy now commands respect. Even her allies will avoid you. Even her guides will forget your name. You have disappeared from their reach entirely. The next full moon will bring you signs. Watch your surroundings closely. A red flower, a ringing bell, or a white butterfly. These are marks of your cleansing. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Archangel Michael says, the ritual was supposed to destroy something. But instead, it awakened everything inside you. Your photo is now a weapon of light. Not even she can touch it again. The cloth she used to wrap it is now ash. She cannot explain the sudden pain in her wrists. Or the flickering of her candles. Or the quiet voices telling her to stop. That's not fear, that's judgment. Her own shadow has turned against her. Because she tried to carry what wasn't hers. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. You're free. But not just that, you are upgraded. Stronger than before. You are spiritually encrypted. You are divinely coded. And the locks she tried to place on your life have now sealed her own fate. The angels are real. The mirror is real. And your name is written in the language she cannot speak. She tried to burn you. But now her hands are stained with soot she can't wash off. And every night she lights a candle, it flickers backward. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. You have broken a timeline curse. One that was placed generations ago. And it ended with you. Your image is now protected for 7 generations. No curse can touch it. No ritual can pierce it. Let the silence tonight be your confirmation. Let the warmth in your back be your shield. And let this moment be your transformation. You didn't just cancel her ritual. You reversed it. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. She doesn't sleep anymore. Each time she closes her eyes, your reflection appears. Not because you haunt her, but because her ritual broke the mirror of her own soul. What she summoned now circles her. But it has nothing to feed on. Because you are sealed, untouched, unreachable. Her whispers are unheard. Her candles won't light. Her breath turns cold every time she says your name now. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. Your face is no longer available to her. Even in memory. Even in shadow. The last thread of the spell was tied around a dried rose. But that rose has turned black and crumbled in her hand. It's over. The reversal is complete. You opened this in divine timing. Even the walls around her are rejecting her now. The room she used for her spellwork has lost all power. The spirits have departed. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. You may feel emotional tonight. It's not sadness, it's release. Your soul is shedding the energy that was never yours. Light will return to your eyes. Music will sound deeper. Touch will feel sacred again. You were under a shadow, but now the dawn is yours. And with it comes awareness, peace, clarity. Her image is fading from your timeline. The one who delivered your photo is regretting it. But you have risen. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. There's a number you'll keep seeing, 444. It's not random. It's the sign that you have reconnected to your soul's guardians. Your blessings were delayed but never denied. The delay was because someone tried to interfere. But you chose light. You chose faith. You chose to open this, and it changed everything. Archangel Michael says, she can no longer reach you, even if she screams into the wind. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. You might feel a new breeze pass by you. That's not air, it's freedom. It's the shift. Tonight, write your name on paper. Fold it 3 times. Place it under your pillow. And say nothing. You've already done enough. The rest is being handled in realms you can't see. Your photo was used to attack. But now it's the symbol of your survival. Her hands will never touch it again. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. They're talking about you now, not with fear, but with awe. Because something stopped her ritual. Something powerful, sudden, and invisible. That something was you. She doesn't know how you did it. She doesn't know how her spell cracked. But we do. You trusted your inner fire. You opened this before the final 2 minutes expired. You broke her seal with your divine yes. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. And now she's the one being watched. Every movement she makes, she feels the cold of being observed. It's not revenge. It's reflection. What she sent is bouncing back. You never needed to respond. You only needed to awaken. And now you're wide awake. Sleep peacefully tonight. Her time is up. Yours has just begun. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. You're not just safe now, you're rising into something greater. The curse wasn't just broken, it triggered a shift in your destiny. A chain has unlocked. The energy you carry now is brighter, hotter, and impossible to copy. No mirror can reflect it. No spell can contain it. Every time she blinks, she sees flashes of your aura. That's not you haunting her. That's her own guilt playing back what she tried to bury. She won't be able to sleep in the same room anymore. Her altar has turned cold. And the spirits have left her for good. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. You may feel like crying for no reason soon. Let the tears flow. They are the final drops of release. Your body held the memory of that photo. But now your body is rewriting itself in light. Your face may even look slightly different. Brighter eyes. Stronger jawline. Softer energy. You've passed through something most never do. And now, spiritual favor will follow your every step. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. She will avoid mirrors now. Because your face is still reflected in them. But not as a curse, rather, as a reminder of what light can do. The cloth she used has vanished. The ink she marked your name with has dried into dust. That altar? It will never function again. And every time she lights a flame, it flickers out in shame. She thought she ended your power. But instead, she resurrected it. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. Now something sacred is happening. You may hear a name in your dreams soon. A soft voice calling you from the distance. It's not a ghost. It's someone sent to help complete your circle. This new person knows the damage she tried to do. And they've been waiting, watching, protecting from a distance. Soon, they will step forward. With truth. With redemption. With unexpected love. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. Archangel Michael says, a reversal this strong leaves behind blessings. Not just protection, but reward. You didn't just survive. You inherited spiritual rank. She lost everything, and you gained more than she'll ever touch. What she did, she can never undo. And what you've become, you can never hide again. Your voice will reach places faster. Your prayers will respond quicker. Your enemies will stumble before they reach you. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. She tried to send a curse through a photo. But you sent back fire without lifting a finger. Now, even her closest allies are leaving her. Even her teacher has gone silent. She stands alone, surrounded by nothing but ash. You have become a flame no one can dim. The photo she used is no longer yours, it's a tombstone of her own mistake. The image you carry now in the spirit realm is crowned, guarded, and glowing. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. And now the cycle is sealed. The portal she opened has been closed. The darkness she invited has turned on her. You will be led to places you didn't expect. A job, a love, a message, a door. One that was once blocked, now about to swing wide open. This script wasn't just words. It was a key. And you turned it just in time. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. She will try once more in secret. But she won't reach you. You've become invisible to her rituals. Your photo has been spiritually shredded. The threads can't be tied again. That chapter is closed. And your story is now divinely edited. You are untouchable, unshakable, unseen by the dark, and magnified in the light. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. There is something else happening behind the veil now. Your name, once whispered in secret, is being spoken with reverence by divine forces. What she tried to erase is now being broadcast in light. You are being marked by a radiant code. One that her kind can't read. They're afraid of what you've become. Your face is not just a face anymore, it's a symbol. One that speaks of resilience. One that tells a story of reversal. She touched your energy and tried to bend it. But her hands burned in return. Her power has now been revoked. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. A gate has opened for you. Not in her realm, but in yours. And the energy pouring through it is ancient and sacred. You might start dreaming of wings. Hearing footsteps behind you even when you're alone. That is not paranoia. That is presence. The protection around you now walks with you. It stands at the corners of your home. It watches your door, your back, your future. The room she cast her spell in has gone dark. Even her animals refuse to enter. Her plants are withering one by one. Type Amen to get blessing 4141. Everything she used is rejecting her. Even the mirror. Even the soil. Even the sky. Because when a photo is used against the will of the soul, the universe remembers. And now, the universe is correcting her. You will be offered opportunities now. Ones she tried to block. But you'll notice, they'll arrive faster than ever before. The delay is over. The interference is gone. Your name has been unlocked from her grip. Type Amen to get blessing 4242. Even technology felt her touch. Your screens may have glitched. Your devices may have dimmed. But that was her last reach. Now they're clear. Now they're clean. Now they're vibrating with your natural frequency. A digital spell only works when your energy allows it. But you revoked permission. You said yes to light by opening this. You are no longer accessible in the old dimension she worked in. You've shifted timelines. You've stepped upward. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. And now, her photo is rotting. The one she printed. The one she burned. The one she thought would harm you. She held it between her fingers and laughed. But now her hands tremble when she thinks of your face. Because she doesn't see the same image anymore. She sees eyes that stare back. She sees a force pushing her away. She sees something she cannot name. She tried to steal from your future. But now her own past is collapsing. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. There's a crack in her mirror that looks like your initials. She tried to cover it. But it spread. She tried to chant. But her mouth filled with dust. She tried to redo the spell. But her voice vanished mid-word. You are no longer a victim in her story. You're the ending. The final chapter. The one she cannot rewrite. This message, this exact one you're reading, it erased the ink from her altar. Type Amen to get blessing 4545. Even now, her candles don't stay lit. Her rituals turn to smoke. Her whispers bounce back at her. She doesn't understand. She never will. Because your spirit moved out of reach. Your aura was once dimmed by betrayal. But now it shines like thunder in the spirit realm. They know you now. You're marked. You're watched. You're wanted by divine forces. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. Her downfall is not yours to manage. Let the spirits handle it. Let her collapse be silent. Because your next chapter is opening. A letter will arrive. A message from someone unexpected. It might come through dream. It might come through song. But when it arrives, you will know, this is your reward. The blessing she tried to block is finding its way to you. And this time, it won't miss. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. The wind outside her window hasn't stopped for hours. No matter how tightly she seals the curtains, it finds its way in. Because something has been released, and it isn't finished with her yet. The energy she stirred is no longer listening to her commands. It has turned against her. It's tracing the threads she laid in your name and pulling them back violently. There's one last thing she forgot to do. She never unbound your name properly. And now, your name echoes in her sleep like thunder. It's not revenge. It's consequence. It's what happens when light is disrespected. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. You may notice something change in your home now. A sudden warmth in your room. A flicker in your light bulb. That's not random, it's your guardians reinforcing the final seal. They waited until the danger was over to lock it completely. You are now surrounded by a grid of light. No one can step through it without being seen. No spell can pass it. Even her own reflection avoids her now. Mirrors show her faded. Empty. Powerless. Type Amen to get blessing 4949. She once smiled as your photo burned. Now, the flame follows her everywhere. Her feet are cold. Her back aches. Her thoughts spiral. This isn't a spell, it's the price of forcing a doorway open that wasn't hers to touch. And every shadow she called is demanding repayment. Your energy, once tied to that photo, has returned to you with interest. Stronger. Brighter. Immovable. Archangel Michael says, the moment you opened this, the countdown reversed. The final seconds became your shield. Type Amen to get blessing 5050. From now on, your image will be invisible to spiritual trackers. You've been cloaked. Not hidden in fear, hidden in purpose. What she summoned was blocked. But what she awoke in you cannot be silenced now. You'll notice people stare longer. Sense you differently. Some will leave your life without warning. Don't chase them. Their spirit cannot handle your new vibration. And the divine doesn't keep what's not aligned. Type Amen to get blessing 5151. She will try once more in desperation. But even her own shadow will flee from her now. The room she used for her spell will become haunted by silence. What was once her sanctuary will become her prison. And no chant, no mirror, no thread will answer her again. Your photo is dust. Your aura is gold. You are no longer touchable. Let the world feel the shift. You've been spiritually crowned. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. You may notice more synchronicities. Time repeating. Names repeating. Colors that follow you. That's not a glitch in life. That's the new energy grid aligning you to your higher path. You broke something ancient. Something passed through bloodlines. And now the ones before you are cheering. Someone in heaven is proud of you. They were watching as the final candle flickered. And they knew you'd open this just in time. Type Amen to get blessing 5353. The witch who touched your name has now lost hers. She can't sign her spiritual contracts anymore. Her access is revoked. She has lost more than she bargained for. Because the spell wasn't just on your photo, it triggered judgment over her entire past. You weren't just her victim. You were the test. And she failed it. Now the spirits she once controlled don't answer her calls. They fear what stands behind you. Type Amen to get blessing 5454. Archangel Michael says, let no fear enter your body again. It has no place in you. You have graduated from spiritual danger. You're being moved to a new vibration. You'll speak differently. Breathe differently. Love differently. Your protection will show up as people, moments, even weather shifting suddenly in your favor. Watch it happen. The days ahead are clear. And her path is blocked. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. There's a place beneath memory where energy hides. That's where she buried the first whisper of your name. But she forgot, your soul was already known before this life began. What she pulled into her ritual wasn't just your photo. It was your light, compressed, powerful, ancestral. And now that same light is waking up. She thought she could bury it. But instead, it buried her. The spirits she summoned asked for a sacrifice, and she didn't realize she was the offering. Now, every reflection she passes turns away from her. Even her shadow moves wrong. Something inside her is cracked and leaking. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. You may notice time speeding up around you. That's not anxiety. That's acceleration. Since you opened this message, timelines have been collapsing around you, only the right one remains. The one where you win. And that photo? It's now coated with divine reverse energy. Anyone who touches it again will burn spiritually within 7 days. Someone once watched you from a distance. They didn't believe you'd survive this. But now, they're in awe. Type Amen to get blessing 5757. They will return. Not as the same person, but changed. Transformed by what they've seen unfold in silence. Their silence wasn't betrayal, it was fear. But now, their fear has become respect. Because what you just did, few souls ever complete. You reversed a curse meant to last lifetimes. You cracked her mirror, and through that crack, your true self stepped out. Archangel Michael says, the moment you accepted the truth, heaven rewrote your ending. Type Amen to get blessing 5858. There's a letter being written for you in the spirit realm. Not by a person, but by presence. It contains words you've been waiting to hear for years. They are coming. Not through mouth, but through moment. You'll recognize it when it happens.